Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Vivek. In continuation to the literary theories, we today we are going to discuss Marxism, a very important theory in literary theory in literature. So let's get started. Karl Marx, 1818 to 1883, a German philosopher, and Friedrich Engels, 1820 to 55, a German sociologist, were the joint founders of this school of thought. This Marxism was jointly uh, founded by two main important persons. The first is Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, designating this belief in the state ownership in industry, transport, etc., in place of private ownership. The first fundamental principle of Marxism is that this the ownership of industry, transport would be of public, means government will take hold of these all these things uh, instead of private ownership. So the government will decide what amount of things should be given to whom, and that he will decide the equal distribution among the public. Marx and Engels announced the advent of communism in their jointly written Communist Manifesto of 1848. This Communist Manifesto was written in 1848, and this is the Bible of Marxism, in which they have written these two have written this. Basically, in this book, they talk about haves and have nots. Have nots are bourgeoisie, upper middle class, and have nots are proletariat, labor class. Means in industries, the owner and the laborer, the who works in the factories. So these two uh, important pillar, you can say, or you can say important things that you should understand in this. Marxists are generally atheist. They does not believe in God. Marxist believes in equal property rights. Means property should be divided equally to among the public. It should not be take hold of the inequality in the society, as we see in India or in capitalist countries also, especially that we have Adani Ambanis. So there is a inequality in the society. Means some persons are very rich and some are very poor. So in Marxism theory says that there should be equal distribution of properties among the public. The aim of Marxism is to bring about a classless society based on the common ownership of the means of production, distribution, and exchange. That is very also, this is also very important, that they are creating a classless society. There are divisions, classes in the society. So Marxism aim, the basic aim of Marxism is to make a classless society. And the common ownership of on the means of production, distribution, exchange would be on that the government will take hold of this. Reification is also a very important term used by Marx in Das Kapital. Reification concerns the way when capitalist goals and questions of profit and loss are the paramount importance, and works are deprived of full humanity and are thought as hands or labor force. Means the paramount importance is profit and loss, as we see in capitalist society. So there are the people, the laborers. They are persons. The laborers are seen as hands, as just as labor force. They are not human beings. In a word, people become things. So these laborers have become things. Uh, in reification, the simplest Marxist model of society sees the society as constituted by base and superstructure. Base and superstructure is also very important. Base is the material means of production, distribution, exchange, whereas superstructure is the cultural world of ideas, art, religion, law, and so on. So, base is basically related to production, distribution. What are the things, all the things which are related to production, exchange, and distribution that comes in the base. And superstructure is like law, religion, culture, ideas. So this comes in the superstructure. The essential Marxist view of superstructure is determined by the nature of economic base. Economics or economic base decides the role of superstructure. This belief is known as economic determinism. Economic means money decides the upper class, or this religion, art, law, literature determines economic determinism, which is the central part of traditional Marxism. Means this economics is very important. Means पैसा बहुत important है, and the money is very important here. Leninist Marxist criticism at the first Soviet Writers' Congress in 1934, liberal views were outlawed and a new orthodoxy was imposed based on the writings of Lenin. Lenin was very rigid about the laws, about the principles, and he was this these liberal views were outlawed in the Leninist Marxist criticism. So Leninist criticism insists on the need of art to be explicitly committed to the political cause of the left. And the Leninist criticism came to be known as vulgar Marxism in 1930s. So Engelsian criticism, next criticism is Engelsian Marxist criticism in 1930s. A rich variety of Engelsian Marxist criticism flourished either in exile or in suppressed for underground form. The group was now called Russian formalism. This uh, this Engelsian Marxist criticism is itself called Russian formalism. Flourished in 1920s. The most prominent members of this group were Viktor Slovatsky, Boris Tomasevsky, Boris Eschbaum. These are the main propounders of Russian formalism, and that came out from the Engelsian Marxist criticism. Their ideas included the need for close formal analysis of literature. So this formal means closely they analyze the text, Russian formalism. Prague Linguistic Circle and Frankfurt School. Prague Linguistic Circle, some formalists like Mikhail Bakhtin remained in Russia, whereas others went in exile. They left Russia. And exiled linguist Roman Jakobson founded Prague Linguistic Circle. So this was found by the exilist linguist Roman Jakobson. Frankfurt School, Russian formalists had an influence on the Frankfurt School. This Russian formalist had influence on Frankfurt School. So now Althusser. Althusser is a French Marxist theoretician introduced some key terms and concepts. Some terms are very important in context to Marxism criticism. So let's see what are the terms. First term by Althusser has given overdeterminism. Overdeterminism undercuts the simplistic caused of one-to-one correspondence between base and superstructure. So that is does not believe this Althusser does not believe the relation between base and superstructure. So it undercuts the simplistic causes. Relative autonomy, in spite of the connection between culture and economics, art has a degree of independence from economic forces. Means art, literature, these are relatively autonomous. They are not affected by economic, means money. That is called relative autonomy. Means art and literature has autonomy that is not affected by the economic forces. Ideology definition I quote, a system of representations, images, myths, ideas, concepts endowed with existence and a historical role of heart, a historical role at the heart of given society. Decentering is also uh, is the notion of decentering implies that there is no overall unity and art has the relative autonomy and is determined by the economic base only at the last instances. So all these terms, that is the base is that there is it is given by Althusser, and they are saying they have the belief that there is no one-to-one connection between base and superstructure. So, so this they are denying. Althusser is denying that, and these are the terms that is related to Althusser's Marxist criticism. These are the views of some important kind of criticism, Marxist criticism. I have given a view to you, and uh, these are some of the important theories, one of the important theories of literary criticism. So you need to understand about these Marxist criticism. Some the terms are very important, as I mentioned here, used by Althusser, and Engelsian criticism, Marxist criticism, Leninist criticism, Russian formalism, Frankfurt School. Uh, so these are the terms that are very important need to understand in relation to Marxist theory. Basically, this theory is the role of this theory, the aim, the objective of this theory is to make a classless society. As we see the differences, the inequalities in the society, that they are the base of this is to make a classless society. That is good for everyone. Thanks for listening this video. Thanks.